You in the low part. You in the low part. You in the low part. You on the trap now. You on the trap now.
When I walk into Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm not just a customer.
I'm a fan.
And in this house,
this house,
fans rule.
This is our stadium,
our locker room,
our dugout.
Our sports drinks are served on tap, and our pregame meal is
hand-spun wings.
In victory or in defeat, we never leave hungry.
Because in this house, we are the MVPs.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to find the location nearest you.
Was awesome.
was awesome.
He's a monster.
this is where it's at. I mean, this is the biggest game on the planet.
Are you ready for the Grand Game League? This is going to change everything.
It's the grind gaming community. It's our legacy.
In every life, there is a line that cannot be crossed without leaving everything behind, except faith. Once that step is taken, there is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny.
Something exciting all through my body, but something exciting all through my body, but something exciting. How at the moon. Desire, a warm-blooded beast with a beautiful smile. All through my body runs something exciting. All through my body runs something exciting.
Hello guys, welcome to day 2 of the GGL Baron League. My name is Ryan Betts. I'm here with Logan.
What's up?
And today we have Glacial Gaming versus Clickity Clack starting off with day today. And what do you think of these two teams?
I am excited to see me some more grind in Baron League. We also have for game 2 coming up later, we have Team Earthweek versus Crimson Guard United. But that being said, we are moving into pick ban phase for the two teams that are currently playing. And first off, yet another Nidalee ban.
Wow, Nidalee is just that instant delete from the spear. It can be very scary for some teams. It's cost a lot of people some games sometimes.
Indeed. That being said, on the flip side, we've got Clickity Clack answering back with the Kha'Zix ban. No, I did not mean to rhyme that, but you know what? My rhymes are sublime. I can drop a rhyme on a dime. So.
Yep, shame. You're still white.
That's okay. I got Draven here to back me up as he's sitting on the bench here. He's banned away for Glacial Gaming. And Clickity Clack doesn't want to see any mustachioed men in this game as they go ahead and answer back with the Braum ban. Wow,
there's some hate on the mustaches I see these days. What's wrong with a mustache, ladies and gentlemen? I do not know.
It's a shame, really. I was looking forward to seeing one or two, but we got final bans underway as Lee Sin goes down, as well as LeBlanc.
These are some very quick bans today. It'll be interesting to see if these teams have some predetermined team comps, or they're just going to kind of pick what feels natural to them. Yeah,
that's definitely going to be the story of the day. Is we've seen already a couple of very different team comps between the different teams, as we had yesterday with teams like Ignition that ran very much a siege comp, based around rotating and taking towers, as compared to the more traditional AoE engage that we saw from Team Aesthetically Pleasing. But we got 100 skills picking in that Kale.
Hopefully he can play that with 100% accuracy, because Kale's in quite a strong spot right now.
She doesn't have any skill shots. It's all point and click. So hopefully he will be able to get everything, make sure the interventions land on proper targets. Meanwhile, Kevin Loves You picks up Jax, and Luop picks up Jungle Elise.
That's a very scary pickup there, Jax. Jax is in a very strong place right now. He is in like the best top laner right now, I believe, unless that has changed recently. But I believe he's still even if he's not the best, he is still in such a strong spot. And Luop on that Elise can make some very, very good plays there. The amount of CC they have in that coming into that top lane for a gank could be very scary for the person who picks top lane.
And Kevin Loves You, it's gonna the Jax pickup is definitely gonna work well with his playstyle. He very much tries to go ahead and split push and takes games over just by going and taking the solo lane and making it an island. So you get a champion like Jax, who once he completes his Triforce, once he completes his Bork, can do absolutely that. I am very excited to see what Kevin does with the Jax pick here, as we are about to finish off Blarg and Flarg picking up the Jinx, and Lulale picking up Ziggs.
That Ziggs can stop the split push though, so that is quite a good counter there to the Jax pick. If he tries to split push in another lane, you just throw that Ziggs out and that's a whole wave clear. That's the same with Jinx. Quite a lot of wave clear there as well.
Yeah, I think the big question is going to be, though, is where exactly this Kale's going to go. Kale can go so many different places. She can be played as a top laner. To some extent, you don't really see it almost ever, but she can be played there. She's a mid laner, and she's also a jungler. So it's definitely going to be of interest. We'll have to keep an eye on, see where the Kale pick ends up going, because she is very multifaceted.
Definitely. You never know, they could pick up some wacky Kale support. I find that hard to believe, but I mean, if someone's got a heal, someone seems to play a support nowadays.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of hover picks here for Mr. Nuggets and Skies as they're looking at the Orianna and the Ezreal. Definitely elite. Oh, and we actually get the lock-in for the Ezreal here. Ooh. And Mr. Nuggets looking like he is going to stick with that Ori pick. Works pretty well with Elise.
Yeah, this is a lot of CC coming in here. Imagine if Jax jumps in, then Elise jumps in with the Cocoon, and then the Ori Shockwave. The teams definitely know what they want to do right now. There is no, yes, I like this champion, or yes, they are powerful. These team comps have been worked out, and hopefully they play them to their full potential.
Yeah, I definitely think, I think Purple Team has got a fair amount of magic damage on their team as well that might come back to hinder them, and it might not, because even though they've only got one, they've got the AP jungle, they've got the AP mid. Israel does a fair amount of magic damage, and Jax is a hybrid damage champion too, so they've got a large amount of magic damage. I wonder if that ends up being shown in Glacial Gaming's itemization here, as we see the Nami pickup for Kleepa, sorry.
The Nami pick is very, very good for the disengage, so I think it's a very strong pick against the team that Clickity Clack has put out. They have quite a hard engage team, so the Nami ult could save some lives this game, and hopefully is used to its full potential.
Indeed, and we do see Pharaoh's X does go ahead and lock in the Vi. That's going to be a really strong situation for initiation, because what's going to happen is Vi's going to ult in to initiate a team fight, and then hopefully they'll have the tidal wave from Nami following right afterwards, and she can build pretty much as much damage as she wants to, just because intervention, if timed well with Kill, he's gonna use his assault and battery right into the middle of the team and not care, because he's gonna be invincible once everyone turns to focus him. So it's gonna be very powerful initiation for Glacial Gaming.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see how they use the hard engage coming out of that Vi to try and counteract the hard engage coming out from the whole of Clickity Clack.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Pharaoh's X spends a lot of time in mid during his during the early mid game. Definitely would be good to get Orianna shut down more so than any other champ, just because as soon as those shockwaves really don't do much damage, it's going to open up a lot of the AoE for Glacial Gaming, as we have the final pick of Thresh for Augend here. And so I think that she is going to spend a lot of time, especially once Vi hits 6. There's a whole lot of power in those Vi ganks, and mid lane is such a good lane to go gank when you're Vi.
Definitely. I mean, you can make some quite flashy plays. You put a satchel charge behind the Ori. You could even satchel charge her into the Vi.
Land. It's gonna be a very explosive lane in that mid lane. I do think a 100 skills though, I think is also going to be one that's going to have to keep an eye out, because I do think that the Kale is probably going to be at a disadvantage against Jax. Maybe not as much early, but once Jax gets a few core items completed, it's going to be very difficult. He did take that Summoner Ignite as compared to the Teleport on Jax, so he's definitely seems to recognize the fact that he's going to be going into that lane at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, but Jax can't tower dive at KO at level 6, which is quite a lot of Jax's strength, is the ability to tower dive.
Especially combined with Luop's Elise, Jungle Elise. A lot of her damage is front loaded, because she goes and she lands Cocoon, and then she casts all of her spells, turns into Spider, and uses her Q Bite. So almost all of her damage is instant burst. So if Kale can get an intervention at a good point in time, it's definitely going to make it very difficult for Clickity Clack to pick up kills on the Kale. The one thing that we'll have to be careful for is whether or not Jax is just going to be able to abuse her and just deny her CS and make it so that she's afraid to go anywhere near the minion wave.
Yeah, but I mean, with this fresh pick, it definitely gives Purple Team, Clickity Clack, a lot of confidence to make them plays and maybe camp in some bushes. Because if Fresh gets vision on somebody with that death sentence, Jax can instantly jump on their face. So they're going to be...
Same thing with Elise. Elise has been a very good jungle combination with the Thresh, because if one lands the CC, the other gets to land all their CC as well. And plus, when you combine Repel with the Lantern, it means that Elise gets a lot of free movement. So there's a lot of good synergy for this bot lane with their jungler for Clickity Clack. At the same time, though, Bubble with Nami is also going to work well with the Vibe pickup as well.
It's not just that, but the Nami Jinx lane is very strong, because you can bubble, or you can trap into the bubble or bubble into the trap, depending obviously how you want to do it. I mean, if you want to get really fancy, you could even like trap, bubble, satchel charge, assault and Barry.
Well, at that point in time, that's team fights. That's a little bit later in the game. But I do think that it's going to be a little bit harder, because Skies is on the Ezreal, so he's not exactly going to be the easiest bubble target or the easiest trap target. But we'll have to see, because yesterday, Caliware's ADC, I believe, his name escapes me. Is like who dat. Anyway, he had a couple of absolutely phenomenal traps put down by the Jinx. So I definitely want to see if Pharaoh's X is able to match that, because they can really influence the game.
Yep, and guys, we're going to go to commercial, and hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the other side in the game.
Just missing it with that skill right there. A pixel away.
We'll see what kind of damage he has to lock into the Iron Solari bursting right up, and it's good enough from the death mark, and Bjergsen slips out a lot. But for Dignitas to put that composition together, there's one chain, and that's
that Thresh vision control. Are they gonna do it again?
No! Don't go back into the brush.
Grab the second dragon as well. I was completely wrong there. They're the ones controlling Dragon Area here. Bjergsen now.
Ooh, the cute dodge. Does he have the damage? Snoopy surely to pop right here. Now can Bjergsen get out? Oh! There you go.
The thing you want to keep looking at is vision. Bjergsen's in trouble.
Bjergsen! What's behind door number 1? And it could be safety. Get out of here. Oh no! I'm so fresh. Doesn't get that one. It's one chain. Does he have another chain? Not this time. It's going to be I'm so fresh on the other side.
Cross the pillar. Oh, the Skyfall almost could be 4 men. Right in the middle of it. Wow! Kiwi Kid gets obliterated. PewDiePie's trying to get out. No damage from the 4-0-1 Caitlyn. Cruiser's going to go down. Oh my god! Still going around with Kha'Zix. Can he get a 4th?
600 gold lead though. That Scheme Dragon hasn't unfortunately for EG done that much. Here comes the all-in Melter drop. Dangerously low. That should be enough to kill him. Doesn't even need the death mark to pop. Goodbye, Momo.
Able to keep Dignitas in range.
Another chain! 4 chains! Oh, they're gonna lock it. There's the hook! The 5th chain to come in! Where's he pulling it from?
Fantastic. Magnificent. 6 turns to 2. Means they can continue this. And there goes Bjergsen. Is that gonna get him?
It's fusing. Oh, wow! That was like 800 some damage.
A lot of death mark damage, but it was just enough to finish him off. And Bjergsen was hardly touched. They're gonna see him coming in.
Uh-oh! Oh, right over the wall. He gives him a punch to the face, but this is gonna be an easy 1, 2, 3. See if it works out. The level 6s come in, and he goes instantly for the ultimate, but it's gonna be the death mark back on a shifter. He has the damage. He has the victory in the 1v1. First blood, Bjergsen.
Fancy moves right there. That is the reason TSM picked up Bjergsen from Europe right there.
I would love a swimmer on Bjergsen, but he has kept with the trinket ward. And he's gonna go for it. Kill
Oh
under
my
turret.
gosh, he has a W coming up. He actually grabs it. Not gonna get engaged on too much, so they're only gonna look good.
There's just too many tanks on TSM right now. Like Special has as much gold this game as Quas does.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
his spear as well.
Coming and going for the fight. Odd one goes for the vault breaker to the assault battery. Again in a safe vicious. The box goes down, but everybody's coloring outside the lines on this one. Dominate.
Right, guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're now on Summoner's Rift, and we're getting ready to start the game.
All right, Ryan, predictions. Who's going to take it? Clickity Clack, look at that rack, or you think it's going to go to Glacial Gaming?
I'm going to go for Clickity Clack simply because they have Jax, and when you have the word mighty in your skin, you must win.
Indeed. I'm going to have to agree with you. I think Clickity Clack's got a good chance in this game.
Agree. You can't agree.
I'm allowed to agree.
Damn
Clickity
it.
Clack has a lot of good synergies between their jungler and their lanes. I think that they're going to have a lot of power in pretty much the entirety of the game. Maybe they might fall off a little bit, but that's where Kevin Loves You on his split push Jax is really going to be able to come in and do some work for him. That being said, Glacial Gaming does have a comp that scales quite well into late game between Kale, the Ziggs, and of course Jinx. So I think that they do have a chance that if they take it late enough and don't feed too much, that they could take the game.
Yeah, we can see a lot of pings. Yeah, that voice crack. We can see a lot of pings going down on the map right now. I mean, it seems the good old Clickety Clack.
There's one.
There's been a lot more when you've been talking. Yeah, there's a lot of wards. There's a lot of pings going on the ward, so Clickety Clack either knows where they're going to place them, or they just manage to get vision of them. Which I'm guessing it's going to be the second one. Jax is recalling right now, or he's just mucking about with his animation. I can't work out what. Oh,
he went back. He probably recalled to pick up another pot, I imagine. He definitely went for the pot heavy start because the Kale is going to have the advantage on him pre-6 most likely. I imagine he's just going to use his teleport here. Yep, there it goes. As Glacial starts their red buff, he's just going to use the teleport. It's got 3-minute cooldown. It's going to be back, back up by 5 minutes. He plans on staying in lane forever.
Yeah, that's why he bought the Flask.
extra pots. 5 health pots. That is going to be one hard to deal with Jax.
Yeah, that's definitely one Jax you ain't going to be able to push out a lane too easily.
Nope.
But there's a
Good
nice bubble onto Fresh. Creeper versus Org.
It's going to just be a little bit trading damage as they're just trying to hit level 2. Standard bot lane push. But Kevin Loves You is definitely going to have a difficult time in this lane early, as we can see here, because the KO has got the range advantage.
Another nice bubble there.
Another bubble. So
he's pretty accurate then bubbles. I mean, you couldn't get any different supports really between Fresh and Nami. They do kind of the same job, but in completely different ways.
Well, Nami's definitely a lot more of a defensive style. They both have a lot of potential for their teammates to get setup kills with their hard CCs. But in this situation, though, the Kleepa bubbles are allowing for Pharaoh's X to hit level 2 first, just because there's so much less lane pressure.
And
as
there's a nice bubble
gets
onto
it.
Skies, and he just dodges the W. Like I said, the level 3 on this lane is going to be very important, because I mean, if level 3 of Glacial Gaming can get in there first and get to it first, they could have quite a big engage onto the bottom lane.
But we've got action in top lane. Kevin Loves You needs to watch out because there's a gank coming down by Vi. Oh, there goes the Vault Breaker, but it looks like he's going to be alive.
He's very low. Oh, he gets ignited though, but he's going to have the pots to save him. Yep, he is safe.
So that was just Blarg and Flarg completing a route, went around the back end, and found a very easy Vault Breaker target. Kevin Loves You has Sprint Flash, and he's gonna actually stay in lane. One of the nice things about starting with 8 pots is
the
that
reason
you're
he's
able
going
to
to stay in
recover.
lane is, sorry to interrupt you, mate, the reason he's going to stay in lane is because Elise was there, but I think Luapchi on Elise found out there was a ward there, and now it looks like both junglers are moving towards the mid lane and going for their small camps on that top end side.
Lulule starting to really put the hurt down on Mr. Nuggets, as Nuggets is a little bit lower, but he should be able to just pop back up if anything. There's a little bit of a CS lead for him. He's
damn these bubbles.
There goes Hook, just misses. There's some good bubbles going down as there's the flay. Just a little bit of trading going on here. Definitely bodes well for when level 6 hits for this bot lane for Glacial Gaming, because they're going to have a lot of damage available between the rocket of Jinx if they're able to keep. There's another zap.
Bubbles. Oh wow, he had to blow his.
Ogden's going to take a lot of damage too,
Oh
but
wow,
he gets
nice
a
hook
good
there,
pull.
Pharaohs. But yeah, he just ain't got enough health and mana. And here's the lap on the backside.
Yep, I don't think Luop's going to gank this though, just because for the time being they're a little too low to try to bait this. They'll probably just end up dying as likely as they bait it out successfully. However, they might go in now that the bubble's down.
Yeah, the bubble is down, and they are. Wow. Skies has to be so careful.
Yep, that's the thing about with Jinx is everyone forgets, hey, it does AoE damage. Even though I'm just farming, I can still hurt you too.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
That's going to be a very tumultuous lane here for Clickity Clack, because while they're wanting to have a fight lane, Kleppa's bubbles are pretty much shutting the entire lane down for him.
I think I've seen him miss one bubble so far, which is very impressive. If he can keep this up during the whole game, he's going to be a very high priority target for the team of Clickity Clack to try and stop him, and even focus him maybe in a team fight, simply to stop the sheer pressure that he is having right now on this bot lane, and if he carries it through to a team fight.
Yeah, one thing though is I do think I believe Clickity Clack is playing with a sub today. I think it is Augend. I'm not entirely sure though, but I do think that's something worth knowing is the effect a sub could have on him.
Yep, and we have a little trade going on top lane. Kevin Loves You is looking pretty tanky already. I'm guessing he must have some health runes in there somewhere, because he is looking rather tanky. But he's level 6 and he is getting taken out, and 100 skills, just sitting there like, you can't do anything to me. Oh wow, there's a nice ult. He's trying to go in there before 100 skills reaches level 6, but he's got to be careful though, because Chaos hit. But here comes the wipe. The wipe goes up for the repel, and then we move the camera to mid lane.
Yep, just went from the almost gank to the trading that's going on in middle.
Reset, please.
Just a little bit behind his laner there, but they're just going to be able to put a little bit of damage down onto the tower as Vi is moving to support 100 skills in top lane. So Luop and Kevin just back off.
Yep, there's definitely good game knowledge right there, and predicting that they were going to have some company up there, because they haven't seen Vi for a while.
Yeah, that was That was just, unfortunately, Kevin Loves You and Luop having a little bit of communication issues, it seemed, as they weren't able to sync up the aggression between Kevin and Luop's arrival just in time. And the thing was, it was also not just off-timed enough that they could set up a dive either, unfortunately. It was just in that awkward in-between stage between dive and just your standard gank. So,
yeah, Luop tried to make something out of something that shouldn't have been had something made out of something.
yeah, that was a lot of something
Try and make
there.
sense. Oh, Kevin jumps a minion. Just wow, he's just getting absolutely he's just getting poked down by the E of Kale.
Yeah, but Kale is getting rather low on mana. I mean, he does have a Fiendish Codex as well as the Doran's Ring, though, so he will be able to get back up, as Luop is electing to take the second blue for himself here. So Kevin's definitely in a situation where he's tough, and he's still got about a quarter of time left on his teleport, so he's not going to be going back probably anytime soon because Skills has just been shoving in the lane so much. He's forcing Kevin to stick around, and so Kevin is losing a lot of CS as a result.
Yeah. Wow. There's just a little bit of training down in his bot lane. There's a nice hook down onto Paris, but Organ was bubbled at the time. But here comes Blargenflug. Let me move up to top lane.
He's
the
got
interesting one is get
Assault and Battery, but he's elected not to go in. All the CC was down for his bomb lane. He would have had to blown a lot just to get in range to use his ultimate. So he's going to probably come back and look at... He's actually looking at the mid lane.
Oh, there is a hook on to Klepper. Klepper then gets sprayed, but there's a trade going on for the ADC, but there's a lovely hook by Klepper. There comes the lantern out by Organ, but Faris has got to be careful there. Both ADCs get exhausted, and there's a flash out from Klepper. And there comes the ult, but there come both the ults now. All the ults have been used, and there goes the first blood down to the support, because bloodthirsty support is the way you play this game.
Organ flashes away, but Mr. Nuggets is coming in to gank himself. Mr. Nuggets, the ball.
Oh wow, that's a nice little
shockwave.
It wasn't the best, but it was perfect at the time, but wow. Everyone has got to be careful right now because Ferris then takes out Organ, but Organ's going to take him down. Not Organ, I'm sorry. Ferris takes Miss Nuggets takes out Ferris, and Ferris. No, I'm lost now. I'm sorry.
All right, 2-for-1 trade in favor of Glacial Gaming. Is that how that turns out? As Ferris X goes down in trade for Augend and Skies, Luop going to go defend his tower, which is about a third. Could have definitely been played cleaner by Clickity Clack. However, Pharaoh's doing an excellent job trading back and retargeting Thresh right when Mr. Nuggets came in for the gank, and so able to pick up 2.
He pretty much went down for the old mentality. If I'm going down, you're coming down with me.
Blargenflarg accidentally taking away that blue buff with probably his Thornmail mastery, so that's going to be a blue buff denied to Lulule, which is actually going to be a pretty big problem. As Ziggs loves having buff. He can spam bombs for days. Yes, he's got the chalice to sustain a little bit, but it's not nearly the same as bombs on demand. It's going to be a bit of a miss thing for them. However, Vi doesn't mind, and Vi likes having blue buff too.
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, there's a nice hook onto Klepper.
Choosing not to follow it up though. Kevin Loves You though is going to do a little damage trading top lane.
He just stands here. Oh, but here comes Luop. There's a lovely cocoon there by Luop. This is 1v1 dead 100 skills. He's using the ult, but there's nothing to it now.
Yep, that's just like I said, Kevin Loves You and Luop have a lot of good teamwork together, as they can use each other's stuns to set up each other. Yeah, Kevin was a little early on the stun in that regard in terms of layering them, but all the same, it's a dead Kale.
Yeah, when you got that much CC coming out from a jungler, I mean, there's 2 very hard CC junglers in this game, so it's interesting to see. And
Blargenflarg seeing the minion as the ultimate goes down in mid lane to just wave clear. Blargenflarg saw that the minion chased into the bush, so he knew that there was a ward in the bush, because otherwise the minion wouldn't have vision and would de-aggro. So he backs off and looks to come from the river this time, though. Yeah. There goes the zap. It lands.
There's the hook on to Faros, but here comes Blarg and Blarg.
Tidal wave and back.
And there is the lovely, assault battery.
Oh, the ultimate. There we go. That's
damn. That's what you call a headshot.
Maybe it's the explosion. I don't know if it works for explosives, but that's going to turn into a dragon for Glacial Gaming.
Yeah, 100 skills has got to be careful though. His ult is down, but not for very long. He's trying to bait out this fight though. Kevin's taken very low. Oh wow.
Away. Doesn't matter. Ignite takes him. Had the right thought, but Ignite takes him down anyway. Blue team takes Dragon.
Yeah, the Dragon was taken at 12:02, I believe. So Logan, when will it be back up?
I don't know, 1802 or something like that. I don't know. What's the timer? What's the map? What's the mini map? I don't know. But all in all, we just had a very big gold swing for Glacial Gaming, as they are now up about 3.5K here at 12.5 minutes, as they got the tower and kill in top lane and the double kill in bot lane and the dragon all going down.
That was a very big swing there going on for Glacial Gaming. I just realised Glacial Gaming is on blue team.
Yes, how fitting, because it's ice cold and blue like, yes.
I know.
We've got 8 weeks of this, Ryan. You're going to have to think of some more material than just that.
I know, but what can I say? Being around here for long has died down my funniness.
Oh, you see, I thought you were going to say something about just brain capacity dulling out, Mr. Nuggets.
No, that's something you have as well.
Glad to know that my co-caster has such a high opinion of me. All going to go and take out the pink ward there. Good call by him. This is a pretty popular position for a pink ward for the purple side, or no, the blue side. Sorry.
Yeah, that's safe. That's safe pink ward to try and cover your tracks and such, and keep that back bush on both sides is safe. But I mean, the thing is, though, if someone does it on one side, the other person's going to replicate it in the end. That's what happens. Everyone knows what's happening, and we got the blue team looking. Well, Glacial Gaming. I am sorry. We got Glacial Gaming looking to try and steal away with that blue buff, but it was taken already by Luapchi.
Yep, they had a couple of wards down on it, so they were looking to make some aggression on it. I mean, at the very least, now they'll have the timer on it still. They weren't able to make it get anything, but I do believe that he also managed to, if I check one sec, they didn't deny it for Mr. Nuggets, so it was actually going to be Mr. Nuggets with the claim of the blue buff as bot lane tower goes down.
Yeah, there's some nice rotations now going on by Glacial Gaming.
Because 100 Skills took tower first. Now, yes, Kevin Loves You is going to trade towers in top lane, hopefully, even though Largenflarg is going to respond. But that means it's a couple of minutes here for Skills to be able to make some plays on the map.
Oh, Pharaohs dodged the hook there by Organ, but Organ, oh well, there's a W now on to...
What is that?
Oh, that's not... Luap gets bubbled though. There isn't that much damage on 100 skills, might be in some trouble there. There's the ult coming out from 100 skills onto himself. But then Luap lands right on top of him, but he might be in some trouble now because 100 skills does some damage, but... Damn, but Pharaohs gets caught by the hook, and here he is one dead person right there. Damn. This is a very interesting fight. Luap with a very nice flash though to dodge 2 ultimates right there. He managed to dodge the Ziggs ult, the Mega Inferno Bomb, and the Jinx Super Mega Death Rocket.
So a lot of Mega Death that he avoided there. Lots of Mega Death he avoided there. I do think though, player to highlight there in that little trade though was Thresh. He put down a really excellent box that completely shut down the bot lane Ferosex and Kleppa from trying to save the KO that got isolated, because they would have to run through 2 series of boxes to get there. So that was a really nice box, and of course we saw the awesome hook onto Ferosex to secure the 2nd kill there. So well played to Augend.
There was definitely some nice plays coming out from Fresh. I mean, when you're on Fresh, you are expected to make them crucial plays like that. So it's kind of good to see that he is living up to kind of the Fresh mentality. But we have a fight going on top lane. Kevin Loves You jumping 100 skills. 100 skills could be in some trouble though.
Nah, Kevin's
he
too
just
low on
turns
mana.
around. Wow.
Kevin Loves You is just trying to put down a little bit of harass. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going B soon. However, he just doesn't have very much slot efficiency because he's got the health pots, he's got daggers, he's got Doran's blades, and he's got a cutlass. So he's got to wait a little bit longer, although I do believe he's got enough gold. Yep, there goes the blade transformation right there. But he was just wanting to trade away. He had no mana to continue that extended fight on to Skills.
Yep, there has been a build in Korea, which I watched in Masters with Kale, and this was mid lane Kale, I must say. But they actually say the strong players gnash his tooth into Runans.
Yeah, I saw that in solo queue the other day myself, and I had no idea what it was. I thought it was the oddest thing ever, because Runans in the game, is this trolling? Is someone trolling, or is this ARAM? But if that being the case, that is a lot of attack speed then on Kale. And combine just all the things to combine together to shred pretty well, so I can understand how that
with her passive as well, it just shreds people, shreds the defensive stats for most people.
Yep.
But we
so,
can see there might be mid tower here going down by Clickity Clack. But there's the ultimate out by Ziggs, and that just completely nutty just destroys the whole split push or the tower push. I am sorry, guys.
Dude, you might want to grab some coffee because it's going to be what looks like a long one here. Is even though Glacial Gaming has their 3,000 gold lead, Clickety Clack showed in that last bit they have the champions to be able to make they can get the picks that they need to be able to pull themselves back into this game. They have no towers, but they are definitely able to get at least 2 towers anytime they want. Looks like a fight's gonna break out though. Kevin Loves You has the ball.
Kevin Loves You wants the fight, but he gets Shockwave.
Shockwave
and nobody. Kevin is very low though. Kevin, oh wow, there's some double pressure on the wall. There goes down Kevin. There is the assault and barrier onto Mr. Nuggets. They can skies out with the ultimate by Ezreal. But they are now on the chase and Mr. Nuggets. Yeah, that is a nice double kill. Jinx is going ham. Does she have a rocket? She doesn't have a rocket.
No, she used it already. Mr. Nuggets, by the scrape of his teeth, gets out. That was just a situation where Glacial Gaming just layered all their ultimates onto each other and just did a lot of damage and a lot of CC. The tidal wave leading into the Mega Death Inferno rocket, and all of this aggression really well timed by Glacial Gaming, as they are now able to rotate on the dragon, and they're going to probably take it pretty unopposed.
Yeah, this is going to be a very quick dragon here by Glacial Gaming. But we can see that Clickety Clack is actually rotating and seeing what they can do for him, but I think it's just going to be to check to see what time it went down, really, more than anything.
It's just kind of one of those things. They want to feel better about losing the dragon, so they all move closer to it. So,
ouch.
In the end, they can still always take the wards. You know, as a support, you always look to go to an objective after it's been taken down to do some do ward sweeping, but they need to watch out.
Yeah, we can see Clickety Clack here just try and get back some vision control that they lost in that last fight, with Glacial Gaming being able to take the dragon away from it. Yeah. But it just looked like the Glacial Gaming
Jax, though, he's got it back. He misses it.
Misses
it
by
probably be
not
lantern
much.
away. There we go.
Yeah, lantern away. Simple.
Yeah, he's just looking. He's like, you know, I don't have to commit much to try to see if I can land it. I just dropped a ward. It was my trinket anyway. I don't care. That being said, it is a 6k gold lead for Glacial Gaming here at almost 20 minutes. That's actually really large. That's very much could mean it's you know, a couple of crucial items for both sides. That's a little bit over 1,000 gold each player.
Yeah, we can't really see the gold lead come into effect right now until we have a big team fight like that last time. We saw quite a big gold lead. And we saw the effect of the gold lead.
We can see the effect of the gold lead, especially in the ADCs. With Pharaoh's X has over 1,000 gold. Almost, he's got about 1,300 gold on GG Skies, and as you can see here, he's got another BF sword. So that's most likely going to go into. I can't say most likely IE because it's very likely that could become a pull on the Pharaohs. Skies is really low.
I've got to be careful though. This is a big fight, but all can get bubbled, and that's just the end of that fight straight away. As soon as that bubble hits, there's not really much you can do. But we can see there's just some wave clear coming out from both teams. Oh.
Skies is too low. They need to back it off. Skies is really low actually. He needs to watch out. If
Jinx has the rocket. Jinx has the rockets.
Jinx doesn't know. He took that damage and immediately went off screen. Kevin Loves You though. There goes the intervention.
There's a fight in top lane, but here comes Dragonfly jumping on Kevin. Kevin could do some serious trouble though. Kevin tries to take those skills, but he is dead. He is dead.
Yep, so like I said earlier, they didn't see Skies as he went off screen, but doesn't matter as Kevin gets mauled by Glacial Gaming's teams as they Dragonfly immediately uses that assault battery. No hesitation.
Yeah. Dragonfly is being very good on an ult uses right now.
Yeah, he doesn't use it too much because of these amazing bubbles. Hi, Clever.
Oh wow,
there goes one person
shockwave, and then the cocoon misses over. Here comes the Jinx.
Tidal wave.
Oh wow.
Flash away from Luwop, but he's going to get vault breakered. He's going to cocoon, but to nowhere. Yet another bubble goes down. Nuggets in the background taking another bubble, and this is absolutely brutal here for Glacial Gaming. They are just landing skill shots like crazy here. Klepa, I think, landed like 2 or 3 bubbles in a row as Guys is going to use his ultimate to do a wave clear, but they don't care. They're going to bait tank. Guys is bubble. There's the wall breaker.
Guys using serious trouble. Holy moly, he went down quickly. Kevin tries to jump in, and I'll just go ult himself, and there comes Jinx Rocket just for the fun of it. Organ is looking for a hook. Organ gets hooked on 200 skills. He has got to be careful though, because he is in some serious trouble for getting that kill. Would he be dead? Oh, he didn't dodge.
He is.
He didn't
He's
dodge
dead.
the
Ignite would have
zap.
taken him anyway. So what we just saw there was Glacial Gaming baiting out a bunch of Clickity Clack members to go out by themselves. As we saw, Kevin Loves You went in and he got killed, and then Augen went in and he was able to help pick up a kill. But we just had a couple situations where solo members of Clickity Clack went out and Glacial Gaming were there to wait and answer for it. So 23 minutes in, and what was it, 2 minutes ago that the lead was 6k, now it's almost 10.
Yeah, and like we said, we can see the Runen's Hurricane coming out for that KO. So that is going to be some serious shred.
Yep, and Deathcap completed on Ziggs as compared to Mr. Nuggets going for that Void Staff, trying to be relevant despite being behind. So that's a smart pickup for him. However, I'm just not seeing right now.
Skies could be some serious trouble though. He is far into enemy territory right now.
There's a land. So if he can get to
he's
it,
not going to make it though, because here comes 100 skills.
Yep, he didn't have flash. Oh, he did have flash actually, so he might have been able to go for it, but he must have thought that would have been not worth murder him a little too quickly first day. So this is a Baron call.
They come from Glacial Gaming, but there is a ward there. They've got to take out pretty quick. Wow, this Baron is getting melted very, very quickly right now. But here is the hook by Organ onto Clever. Clever misses the bubble because he did move. But they're still going to go for it. They're going to go for it. But Loapchi is here for the steal. Can he make it work? He goes in for the steal. He's a little bit early though. He might be.
Oh, he gets the steal. Luop gets it.
He gets the steal.
Doesn't matter though. Flash across. Nuggets gets murdered. Ult goes on Augen, but he runs the low Death Rocket. There's the zap, and that's going to be a dead rest of Clickity Clack. Luop is able to hashtag all worth the team chat as he was able to pull that Baron out.
That was a very nice steal there from Luop. I thought he went in a little bit too early, but he managed to make it work.
Yeah,
it's quite impressive.
I do think that I wasn't sure about the Baron call by Glacial as they take the inhibitor, just because I knew that there was the 50-50 potential by the 3 remaining members of Clickity Clack. However, they're so far ahead that even if they do lose Baron, they're just going to go ahead and go and murder everyone else as they all hop the wall. Large immediately went over.
Angry.
Yeah.
They look rather angry right there. It's like, you took my Baron, now I take your life.
Well, we just have, it's just a debate. Glacial Gaming going and taking Dragon here. They are going to actually have Clickity Clack potentially come and answer though.
They do have to be careful though. There comes the Talus and 100 skills to hit, but he's going to go down so quickly. That wasn't even a fight, right?
Lulule though, he's going to be able to put a lot of damage down.
Blood, but there comes the ult out.
Nuggets almost gonna, Flash is in.
Oh, Nuggets could turn this around. Nuggets could turn this around. He doesn't throw the ball far enough over. Here comes the ult out from Sky. Sky's just gonna.
Lulule dodges it. Clipper gonna go down. Ooh, so much damage. Oh my god. Flash forward for Skies.
Skies just gotta be careful. Skies just gotta play it exactly right. Is he gonna run?
Oh god, the blue buff. So many bombs. Oh, Big gets it. So Lulule pulling up big, showing, I got those Ziggs moves. Yeah, I am a mad scientist with Ziggs. I am the doctor. Gets the double kill. Oh
that
my.
That was beautiful right there.
Yep.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Excellent prediction skills. He flashed out of the command shockwave by Mr. Nuggets that claimed his teammate Flarg. And then from there, he just kited, and he managed to dodge out. I'm pretty sure Klepa called out that that ultimate from Skies rather early because it was well prepared for that true shot barrage to come at him. And he dodged out, and then from there, he just used vision control to his advantage and just tossed bombs.
Who, Leia, or Lula Leia. Yeah. I have to tell you,
Lula
Leia.
That was, you gotta give credit to Klepa though for doing a great job of peeling for his teammate, using the slow and using all the skills of Nami to try to pull the opponents away so that Ziggs could get the distance so that he could just use his bombs at max range.
Yeah, they definitely managed to get out of that pretty quickly. But I mean, you could...
there we had Clickity Clack. As you could, I don't know if you saw, but Lululay, as he's just full quarter damage for Skies on those bombs. Lululay had positioned himself in the back of Dragon Pit and used his and had set up his satchel charge to jump out of Dragon Pit if he needed to, but then Clickety Clack stopped moving towards him, and so he's like, oh wait, I can move forward. Intervention went down because on Kale, and then he just sat and just DPS from the back and did a bunch of damage. Kevin loves you though, going for the gate. Flash onto fire.
Oh well, here comes the talisman though. There lands the cocoon onto Blood Forest, but Forest gets jumped on Forest, being some serious trouble. Forest is gonna go down.
Double bubble.
Again, double bubble.
Triple trouble. Triples. But there we go. Kevin loves you. Looking to try and make some plays for his team. Flash forward onto the Pharaohs, who's just out of position, separated from his team. Rest of the team, though, able to disengage really well, though. The double bubble coming down from Klepper. There we go. I got it this time.
Klepper is nailing them bubbles. I mean, Klepper is 1-1-18 right now.
Goodness sakes. He's got a needlessly large rod. Holy cow. And what... Yep, he's going for a death cap on Nami. That's something new, but you know what?
Yeah.
He is on fire this game. He is doing a lot of work for his team here. You can see the synergy really well between him and his bot laner, as well as his other laners. You know, him peeling earlier for Lululay.
Yeah, there's definitely some good teamwork going on here by Glacial Gaming. They are showing that they have some good promise right now.
Yeah, but they aren't. They could be. They could be. Watch out. That was good grammar. As we all know, I'm the king of grammar. As Clickety Clack was able to go and take that lead, and it was even bigger. It's 13k right now, but it was even worse. They've done a good job of settling back and relaxing the game a little bit, because Glacial Gaming was absolutely had them in a chokehold. That kill on Pharaohs really dissuading a lot of Glacial Gaming's aggression.
Yeah, I mean, everything that they've seemed to be landing. They've seem to be making such good use of the CC that their team has, and you can just see it's just going to be a dance around the inhibitor.
Well timed. All of their ultimates have just been well used. Skills has had some fantastic kills. Kleppa's tidal waves have been beyond on point. Lululay's put down some good Ziggs ultimates that not necessarily hitting damages always, but they're certainly splitting up the team.
Oh yeah.
When they don't land, they split up the team a lot, as the teams haven't, completely run for shelter, because he hurt.
Oh yeah. Is it Klepper or Kleeper?
Kleeper. It's technically because of the double E, but we've just got a little bit of trading going on. Not really amounting to anything though.
No, it's pretty much a little dance now.
Well, that's the thing, is that they can do it. Yeah, they can just sit back and poke with Ziggs bombs. Yes. Clickety Clack can go and heal, but combine that with Zap, and Glacial Gaming's got a lot of poke.
Yeah, we can see Baron's going to be up in 20 seconds, and Dragon's up in 30.
I doubt they go for it before they take the inhibitor. Kevin loves you. Tired of waiting, though. There goes 3-man Shockwave. Mega Bomb. There goes the bomb.
I believe I might be a little bit behind you now. I am sorry.
Yep, we got Pharaohs
I was a little bit behind you.
Going down from the Ezreal. We got 2 men down for both teams here. They continue fighting. Luop going in.
Luop could be some trouble.
Picking up Lard.
Oh wow, Miss Nuggets might be. If Miss Nuggets can say alive, Miss Nuggets goes down 20 skills. I am sorry, I was a little bit behind on that fight and did not realize it.
That was absolutely huge. Got 3 for 3 trade. Lululay is going to take inhibitor though, because his auto attack's hurt. Sky's trying to defend, but he's going to run into some skill shots. Ease forward.
Lululay showing that girls can play League of Legends right now.
Is Lululay a girl? I wasn't aware. Yes. Barrier away. Sky's going to be careful. He doesn't want to repeat what happened down in bot lane, but the damage is just a little bit too much for Lululay to handle. And it ends up being a 3 for 4 trade in favor of Clickety Clack.
Oh, she got the inhibitor though, so it wasn't all loss.
Yep, sacrificed life to get the inhibitor. Pretty much a good trade, except now Lululay has died and gave up the full bounty. So that's going to be a lot of gold for Skies, which was really important because Skies has been comparatively struggling in this game, about 2,000 gold behind his counterpart in Jinx. But yeah, he's just got Triforce completed and Bloodthirster compared to the Bloodthirster, IE, and Phantom Dancer of Pharaoh's X. Pharaoh's is an absolute monster right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could say a lot of pillar monsters. I mean, there's not the biggest gold lead in the world, not as big as what it was.
Yeah, holy
but
cow, you don't say. That shrunk down very quickly. That's only 6K now. Jeez. They must have got a lot of shutdown golds as they were able to kill a fair amount of Glacial Gaming players, so that's probably where all that gold came from.
Yeah, the towers are a lot closer than what they were. I mean, last time we looked, I think they were like 4-1. Now it's 4-7. And obviously you got the Baron still as well, which obviously increases gold. They've been getting some nice objectives with the Dragons. So it's getting closer. They're definitely starting to close this game in. I think it's going to be one of them incredibly long endurance-style matches unless someone makes a big mistake. But I think there is a call now going on for Baron. Yep, there is a call going on for Baron.
I think they're just trying to make sure that Clickity Clack has got to be in the area as they're going and they're setting up a death bush of sorts. They definitely are trying to look for picks right now because they don't want to try to force objectives because they aren't feeling confident in the trade. But there goes Zap on Ogden. He takes a lot of damage.
Olgan is dead. There's Super Mega Death Bush coming in. Jax, is he going to finish his
TP?
Kevin Love's finished his teleport. He is dead. Pharos, double kill to Pharos. There is the Zap onto Miss Nuggets. Miss Nuggets will be in some serious harm. Miss Nuggets, if this is going to be a triple, this is triple. This is a triple from Jinx. Are we going to see a quad? Are we going to see the quadra? Is there going to be the quadra? Why is the camera stuck on Skies recalling? No offense, we do not care. Oh,
no, that's going to have timed out by now, but that was absolutely huge. That's most likely going to be game here. We'll have to see how well Skies and Luop are able to wait clear, but I don't see it happening.
Oh, but they jump onto Blunkenfly. Blunkenfly does take down half health, but Luop is going to take down to 0 health right now. Luop is some serious trouble. Luop trying to do something, but he is dead.
Woo!
Could be game. Is this going to be game? This is game, ladies and gentlemen. That is game 1 of the night. And that is a win for Glacial Gaming on blue side in 34 minutes and 22 seconds.
And we will be right back after the commercial for a little bit of post-game discussion. See you then.
Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. They'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them.
What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
W1 coming in, he's like, I'm gonna take you guys out. I am Garen Demasio. Oh, duty to super wretched on the gun. Kidding me. W1 is a freaking boss, man.
Oh my fucking god. W1 is a fucking god.
And as soon as I got on CLG, the money is just like, it's just, I'm so like overwhelmed by the success.
I have to believe that you were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is.
He's trying to take the base tower. He's trying to take the Nexus to it. Oh, and then misses the taunt on him. Everyone was taking it. Someone is just going to take the Nexus down. And he won it. I do not believe the game. What an absolute epic win.
You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards.
Stunned
They'll race
faces there
behind
for
you.
CLG.
They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
You believe your son is safe?
I will find him. W1 was amazing. He gets it one more time.
My father believed If the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
All right, guys, welcome back to the post game of Glacial Gaming versus Clickity Clack. I got Ryan here as well as Leah, and they are going to have a little chat about the awesome game we just witnessed, guys.
Yeah, cheers to that, Logan. Yeah, we're gonna have a little interview here with Leah, and we're gonna have a few replays as well for her to talk us through. But how do you think that game went for you and your team there, Leah?
It went really well. It was kind of weird in the start because we're not used to playing with each other, so we just kind of took it easy from the start and told each other, just win your lane, we're good.
Yeah, because you had a substitute, didn't you? Were you the
We had
substitute?
two, yeah.
Two substitutes, and who was the?
Yeah.
Who were they?
Me and I think our top lane.
Wow, so you came in as a substitute, and earned the interview after the game. So you must be pretty proud of yourself after a game like that.
It went pretty well, yeah.
I believe we have a replay set up. If I am not wrong, I do not know yeah, if you can talk us through this replay and tell us what happened in the game.
We got the clip going for that.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
wait,
just
no.
give us a little talk through of what's
Okay.
exactly going on in the game at this point.
Okay, so we noticed that Jax jumped in and Oriana missed his ult, and that was basically just the keyword to us all just going in and blowing everything we possibly had to catch up to them.
What were your goals in the team fight? Like, what was your plan when you went into that team fight? Like, did you have a specific target that you're going for? Like, I have to kill Ezreal, or I have to go on.
Usually I kill whoever is closest, but we had a really, really good shot caller on here, so he called out who to target. That's why at some point I remember I switched targets from their support to Ezreal, because he said so. So I was just trying to work together, because we've never played before, and when someone says something, we just went with it.
Yeah, and I believe we have another replay as such. So if you want to do the same again, walk us through this one.
Okay, so basically what happened here is someone called Baron, and we all knew that Elise has a great, smite Q combo. But we also knew that we could kill them in a team fight even when we were in Baron, so it wasn't a big deal, which is what happens after we first kill Elise, and we just turn on to the others. And I believe we go up to take inhibitor after that.
Yeah, there was definitely. I have to admit, I wasn't 100% sure what was going to happen after the smite steal, but that was played very, very well. I have a question to ask you. How did you feel about the pick and ban phase? How did you feel that went for your team? Did you get what you wanted, or did you just kind of, with not knowing everybody, did you just kind of go for what you felt comfortable on and hope that would work?
We tried to go for a siege comp because I told them I was really good on Ziggs, and that's who I've been playing in all my ranked games basically. So we tried to work around the Ziggs, and with their bans it worked out pretty well because they banned champions none of us really ever play, so that was good for us.
Yeah, they definitely targeted the power bans as such,
Yeah,
not
for sure.
special bans. But I mean, the Ziggs is not a completely, yes, it's kind of still a meta pick, but it's not as powerful as it once was in people's eyes. So, that is a very good champion for that. And you proved that Ziggs still has the power to win them games with some of them awesome plays you made. I don't know if we have another replay, but one thing I'd like to talk about, if we can, if we have time, is the play you made on bot lane.
When I killed 2 people?
Yeah, when you decided to run into a bush.
Oh man.
Real. This
Ouch.
is Sports Center.
I think that's the one from
Yeah,
Striker.
I believe we actually have the replay prepared. Oh, yep. So I believe that. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah,
if
so
here we go.
I dodged the Ezreal ult, and I actually thought I was gonna die on the minions here, but I had no vision of Ezreal whatsoever, so it was a complete blind heal.
Question: did Kleppa, your support, was she the one that called out the ultimate, the Ezreal, or did you just see it yourself?
I'm not sure. There was a lot of people screaming Ezreal.
That was. I have to say that was a very nice play. We honestly thought you were in some serious trouble, but you played that very, very well and managed to survive and kept your
head. Kept your head.
You kept your head, kept your cool, and kept the lead from it. So that was a very, very good play.
Kept my head. Yeah. Okay.
I have a question myself. You said you haven't really played together with each other. When you say that, have you not really played any games as a team yet then, or have you just done minimal or what?
I have never played with any of these people ever before, not even in normal games.
Leah was a substitute.
That's surprising.
I was called in the last 2 seconds, and yeah.
Well, you guys did a really good job of stacking your ultimates and layering them on top of each other. I think Nami was able to put down a tidal wave right after Vi every single time.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I have to say quick thing before we close this up. I have to say also very nice play there by the support Nami, as we were just saying, and Bubbles were on point. And I want to say thank you to Leah for this interview.
Any remarks, Leah? Got anything you want to say? Any shout-outs to anyone here?
Well, that was anticlimactic. So, I believe we're going to wrap this interview up, and we'll see you on the other side getting prepared for Game 2.
This is where it's at. I mean, this is the biggest game on the planet.
Are you ready for the grind game mode? This is going to change everything.
It's the grind gaming community. It's our legacy.
Every life, there is a line that cannot be crossed without leaving everything behind, except faith. Once that step is taken, there is no looking back, and all that lies ahead is destiny.
Right, guys, welcome back to game 2 of day 2 of week 1 of the GGL Baron League. I am Ryan Betts, as always, here with Logan.
What's up? And we are just waiting for me to find the game. GGL, GG, Grind Gaming. Where is it? I can't find it. Marco, I'm having difficulties. There we go. There we go. I found the game, and I will be spectating. Or do we want to wait? We'll want to wait. By the way, guys, a little bit of pregame chat. We just came off a really awesome game, and we got next game here, Team Earthweek versus Crimson Guard United. What do you think is going to win it?
I don't know right now. If we're going on paper by the ranks of the teams, it could look like if we go by ranks, CGU, which is Crimson Game United on Team 2, have the higher ranked players as such, but I mean, I don't know. It's going to be hard to see.
Yeah, there's always room, especially with the new patch. I mean, it's been a day. I doubt anyone's actually adjusted anything. They're probably just playing the same as they used to. But that being said, there's been a lot of changes that might subtly change things because, you know, we've got a lot of players that like playing like the Vayne that have the stealth that no longer will be able to de-aggro just by popping their tumble while ulting. So there might be a little bit of changes here and there that might actually affect the players because I know that some of them like playing some of those stealth champs.
It's not just that, but some of them like to play for the aggressive, some of them like the really aggressive tower diving style as well. So not being able to stealth out of it could hurt some of the picks they would have played into the tower dive heavy team comps, like you said. Like the Vayne tumble is one that comes to mind straight away because that is a tactic that quite a lot of Vayne players use. Is the using the ability to have that stealth on the tumble just to reset the tower aggro.
Yep, but we've got game bans underway here as legendary top NA ponders for Earthweek. Nothing picks up far though.
Right, with a name like legendary top NA, he really should not let us down right now, should he?
Well, he's going to go ahead and knock out Lee Sin. That's a pretty common ban. And going off the names, Shaco the Useful is not going to be quite so useful sitting on the bench as he's banned away by Crimson Guard.
I'm not surprised. I wonder if I play Fizz might get a Fizz ban targeted at him.
Well, if I had... And I wonder if Fiddly might get a ban oriented towards him, but who knows. Oriana, though, going to go down.
Wow,
so,
these names.
Indeed. So
yeah, that Oriana ban is not something you'd expect to see, but maybe...
Hey, Fizz,
who is it?
You called it. You called it.
I knew it.
That's wonderful. So we already seen how this is going to be different from game 1. We've got targeted bans as Rengar actually going to be the last ban.
Ooh.
I'm imagining Thank must be quite the Rengar player because it's obvious these two teams have done their homework on each other.
Yeah, or maybe that's not even something he doesn't play and he's saying to the team, thank you.
Yeah, well, maybe they just did the research based on, oh, his name's Shaco. We should probably ban that away. But we got Jax as the final ban here, as Crimson Guard doesn't want to see anything out of that guy.
Yeah, I was quite surprised Jax got through last game, so seeing him banned is definitely not a surprise. It was more of a surprise to see him get through than it is to see him banned. But one thing that has not been banned, Braum has not been banned. Will I see my Braum? Come on, people,
neither has Nidalee. Neither has Nidalee. And Fiddly, first time Nidalee has managed to squeak through the Baron League ban phase in this entire week that we've had so far. So we'll have to see if that goes down. Legendary top NA locks in Thresh.
Wow, that's not Braum. I'm not happy. I really want to see Braum. I just want to see what Braum could do in a very competitive environment like this. But no one seems to want to pick him, which is disappointing.
Well, you never know. He's He's considered very powerful against the common picks, such as the Thresh. So he may very well come out as a counter. We saw with the last game, there's a bunch of different champions that can be pocket picks for each other. You know, we had 100 skills play that Kale. Had a very successful game against Jag. As Thank and Prosnax go with Vi and Morgana.
Damn it. Well, I can't say that much though. That Morgana is a very strong counter pick to the Thresh. I mean, Morgana provides quite a decent bit of disengage, so you can't be blaming that. Vi is another strong pick there coming out the jungle. I mean, we saw what it did last game, so Porous Next is hoping it will do exactly the same this game.
Yep. However, Shaco the Useful is going to go for his own different stealth-based jungler with Evelyn, and I believe Fizz is going to go with the Kayle.
Yeah, I mean, again, we saw what the Kayle did last game, but the Fizz is quite interesting. Not the Fizz, I'm sorry. The Evelyn is quite interesting.
Evelyn's still strong. He's been floating around as a pretty decent jungler for a while now. She just requires the other team to invest so much into vision control just to counter her. Even then, she still can gank very well, and her speed up is so hard to get away from. I had just finished a game earlier today where I knew that she was coming at me and was still powerless to avoid her. She just ran and steam trained into me.
You hear it here first, guys. Logan gets chased, not at me, by Evelyn. He had an Evelyn charge at him.
Yes, let us continue talking about all the mistakes that we made in our talking, Mr. Garbled Tongue. I don't know what's going on last game. But, that being said, Caster quibbles aside, Quick Game locks in the Lulu, and Feedly is going to be on as well.
Oh, the chat were calling for it, I was calling for it, but Feedly lets us down.
Yeah, Feedly's playing AD, so I doubt that he goes for the ADC in Italy. It's probably, just out of necessity. You want the Urgot because our fans want the Urgot. Wait, no, you've always wanted the Urgot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think the new Lulu band's going to be a very good pickup here for a quick game, just because Kale's picked up as a counter to Assassins. Typically, it's played as a counter pick, not a main pick. It was kind of in a similar boat as Kale. They both cast self-useful ults that help teammates and themselves through utility, and I think, though, that her damage is just going to be a little too much for Fizz to handle. But we've got Mojo So Dope and Ballistics locking in with Jinx and Renekton, respectively.
Two very common, strong picks right now. I'm wondering if we might see our first ever lane swap here in the GGL and use the Jinx split pushing top lane against what looks like it could be Riven. I am a little bit behind, so I might be wrong there, but it looks like it could be a Riven, so maybe a lane swap coming in.
Yeah, I don't think so, just because Renekton probably wants to try to get a lane matchup against Riven. Renekton's such a powerful lane bully, and I don't know if Riven has enough sustain early to be able to. She could get absolutely torn apart by Ballistics. So that being said, the Team Earth Week does have a lot of early game pushing power between Kale and Jinx. So who knows? We might still see that lane swap, but I'm thinking that Legendary Top NA is wanting to get that solo matchup against Thank.
Yeah, I'm just wondering though, because it'd be nice to see, simply because it's something different. But obviously it's down to the team, not down to us. So it'll be interesting to see what they pick. But I mean, a lane swap has benefits for both sides. But we can see here that we actually have the teleport hovered over for Legendary Top NA. I don't know if he's going to keep it. And Thank going for the Unite.
I think he will, just because it's pretty much become the staple go-to summoner for top laners. Especially with him, he's feeling comfortable in the fact that Renekton's going to be able to be strong against Riven. So he's wanting to be relevant to team fights over objectives. So I think that he's going to stick with it. That being said, I think we do have a very strong team fight team for those objectives with the Evelyn. Evelyn's so strong at mid-game team fights over objectives with her ultimate.
Yeah, the shield that the ultimate provides. I mean, I think this is going to be one of them games. Hard to say who's going to win until we see them fight for the first time.
Earth Week has a lot of very strong early game champions. So I think they're wanting to try to snowball the game early, while I feel that, personally feel like Crimson Guard is looking to scale just a little bit more. That being said, they also have a lot of early game picks too, with the Lulu mid, the Ezreal. I think that they're probably wanting to see if they can scale a little bit stronger, because Vi is going to be absolutely terror during the mid-late game, especially with the Lulu ult. She's going to do the same thing as last game. She's going to be able to build damage and just whatever she wants.
Yeah, definitely. Having the ability to either gain health or become invulnerable with the Kayle last game and obviously the Lulu this game definitely gives Vi players a lot more confidence when they jump into the team, because they don't have to worry about that insta-burst and maybe picking up, say, a round wins or something before they get the full confidence of, yeah, I'm just going to do it, as such.
Yep, especially, too, when they want to build damage. It gives them the build, and it gives the double knock-up as well, because she knocks up the solo target into the Wild Growth multi-man knock-up. So I think that Purple Team, though, has a lot of strong CC abilities to stack with each other, because the Morgana has her Soul Shackles, and that's going to be a lot of AoE CC to put down as compared to Earthweek has mostly isolated single target CC abilities. So I think that Crimson Guard has a very strong team fight. It'll just depend on how well Earthweek is able to snowball during laning phase.
Yeah, like I said, this is definitely one of them games that's going to be hard to call until we see him in the game. Riven isn't the strongest pick as she used to be. She's definitely not in the stage that she was, or in the area that she was before. But she reminds me a lot of Karina. If she gets going, she's a nightmare to stop.
Yeah,
That's just my personal opinion.
She becomes an assassin. When she gets ahead, she just nukes targets.